like a myth. And he got notes on a kid with no clips. He said, yo, check that DB from Portland State. You're gonna laugh, but bro, he can straight up play. He know the verticals, hand size twitch, but more than metrics. He reads that grit. No hype trains, no agency deals. He break down tape, no cap, just real. Every year he called names, no one knew. Then April hits, boom, round two. He saw it coming, y'all just scrolling. He dig through film, while the rest stay trolling. Danny Savage, he the draft hall.
Boom. Greetings from YouTubeville. Once again, Danny Savage, Draft Guru, coming at you with another player for the 2025 fall college football season. And the 2026 NFL Draft. If you like the video, subscribe, give it a like. It don't cost a dime. This is draft 24/7, 365 days out of the year. I think after last year's draft, I took off maybe 5 days, maybe, and then I started. But not really, because after last year's draft, I broke down all 32 teams, put them on the channel. And then honestly, I gave it maybe like 2 or 3 days. Bro, to be honest with you, and I am shitting on other people. Fuck them. Yo, this is a full-time job, bro. It's not. I take that back. This is not a job. Working a jackhammer for 12 hours, being a garbage man. All jobs I've done. I've had great jobs, and I legit have had some of the worst jobs in the world. Picking up garbage off the floor, getting laughed at by kids I went to high school with. But ironically, my plan I succeeded at, and I'm retired, and their asses are still working. So never ever be, think like, you're better, that you can't do that job. Yo, if you have bills to pay, you got kids. And I was single at the time. But you want a car? I never got nothing handed to me. Never been on unemployment a day in my life. What I'm getting at is, don't ever think a job is beneath you, bro. If it's putting money in your pocket, putting a roof over your head, putting food on the table, that's all that matters, man. So, long story short, man, this is going to be another Texas Tech kid. Like I've said, Texas Tech, man, went out and spent $41 million for this team. Yo, they I already gave you David Bailey. I gave you Lee Hunter back in May. I was so pissed off, man. I thought he was coming out, man. I'm like, yo, I got one. No one's talking about him. Nah, he went to Texas Tech. He got a bag. Lee Hunter. He's like 6'4", like 330. He's a big ass one tech. But long story short, this kid's name is Romello Heights, 6'3", 240. Everyone has a job in the Naked City. This kid, he transferred. This is his first year at Texas Tech. He's coming over from Georgia Tech, but he's also been at Auburn. He's been at Auburn. He's been at USC. Auburn, USC, Georgia Tech. All right, this will be his 4th college. Unfortunately, people, that's very common in this era. I put down linebacker / edge because it all depends how a coach looks at him and what scheme he fits. But bro, he has great size, long arms, has bend. Now, you put him on one edge, and then you have Bailey on the other edge, and you got these big ass defensive tackles in the middle. But now you see, this is me. If I was a really, really good big defensive tackle, me personally, I know a lot of the NIL has to go with, there's certain states where there's no state tax. So if you were smart kids, you would go to the states where there's no state tax. But if I was a giant one tech, I would go to a division that runs the ball more so I could showcase my abilities more. Because if I'm a giant one tech, bro, it's a lot simpler to just jack up the guard, throw him out of the way, and tackle the running back for either a 1 yard loss or a 1 yard gain than it is to be chasing after the quarterback all 4 quarters when you're 340 pounds plus. That is so much harder. So, but that's that. But this kid, he has everything, man. He has all. He has. My only red flag would be, but it's the way NIL is today, man. My only red flag would be all the colleges he's been to, but yet this is the world we live in, and yet, yo, there's kids with 3 years in school have been in 7, 8 colleges, so it's really not even bad at this kid. Remember this name, Romello Heights, Texas Tech. David Bailey, remember that name, Texas Tech. Lee Hunter, bro, I had him last year, bro. I said I got him. No one's talking about him, and he transferred. Like I said, he got to happen. Same thing with a kid from Presbyterian. Arkansas Pine Bluff, bro. I had a sleeper wide receiver from Arkansas Pine Bluff, but he went to Oklahoma. He got a bag, so I'm happy for him, bro. Good morning, Fiend. What's up? Who's ranked number 1 this year, Savage? What position? Oh, gee, what position? Do you want to know who's one? Because it varies. A good thing, it is a very heavy quarterback class. So if your team doesn't need a quarterback, there's going to be talent slides down to you. Yo, don't be shocked you see 5 quarterbacks go in the first 10, 11. Don't be shocked you see 5 quarterbacks go in the first 12 picks. What team I mean? Oh, that's so tough to say now. Because, like, if you look at betting lines now, it's completely different than what this year. Listen, they all made the college playoff system to be like the NCAA. One of these years, you're going to see a Cinderella story of a team that's way, way back come out and be the number 1 team. I mean, to rank a team now, you're basically ranking them on paper. But honestly, a lot of people are saying Penn State is the number 1 ranked team in college football this year. Penn State, if Penn State, if Rich Frank, I think his name is Rich Franklin. He looks like the dude from Key and Peele's. The funny is a crazy funny episode on Key and Peele's of a football coach. my friends would always tell me, they're like, yo, that's you. But a lot of people are saying Penn State because they got a good offensive line. They got 2 monster running backs coming back. Nicholas Singleton, who he's like my 1 or 2, to be honest with you. Nicholas Singleton. They got Nicholas Singleton, Katron Allen. So they got 2 monster running backs. They went into the portal. They got like 3 wide receivers. They have an experienced offensive line coming back. I'm not a big fan of them, but Penn State has a quarterback. His name is Drew Aller, and he's a prototypical NFL quarterback. Listen, bro, I say the truth, bro, even when I lie. I think he sucks, but he's 6'5", he's 230 pounds, and he's white. That's what all these teams want. His deep ball is horrendous. And I can rank every player on Penn State and give them an A+. I say this kid is a C, yo, they jump in my chat and want to kill me. But for everyone that thinks that I'm wrong, look at, once again, I was right. this past draft, well, last season, Penn State had a wide receiver, Keandre Lambert Smith, 6'2", 190. The kid could fly. Only problem was the quarterback, Drew Aller, could never get him the ball. So he jumped in the portal and went to Auburn. And everyone's ragging on him. Oh, he's at Auburn. He ain't going to do nothing. Look at Auburn's record. He did more at Auburn in one season than 3 seasons at Penn State. And he got drafted in the 4th round. Yet I was talking about him. No, nobody. I don't care. I don't care who it was. No one had Keandre Lambert Smith on their radar last May. But I did because I watched them the prior few years. So everyone is pumping Penn State, but now defensively, Penn State does have a good defense. They have Danny Dennis Sutton. He's going to be a first-round edge. He's probably a top 15 edge. The kid is 6'5", 280. They got a 3-tech, Zane Durant, 6'1", 300. He's a crazy, productive 3-tech. Then they have a kid who transferred in from North Carolina, Amari Campbell. He won over the positions at middle linebacker. So he's a middle linebacker. Then they got Tony Rojas at linebacker. They got Dominic DeLuca. He's walk-on. From walk-on to getting a scholarship to 2024 winning the Brandon Burlsworth Award for the best walk-on. And Penn State has a good secondary. So it's ironic, Penn State doesn't have Micah. They don't have once the draft gets over, I lose. I forget about everybody. Who's the kid that went to the Giants? Not Micah Parsons. I forget everyone once the draft is over. See, now I can't think of his name. We went to the Giants with 3rd pick. Mike wasn't Micah. Well, whatever. Like I said, I'm not a morning person. But the kid who went, G.R. Campbell was Alabama. I'm having this sucks getting old. Having a brain fart. Who went 3? Campbell? No. See, now I got to look at my fucking phone, bro. And I know it's, hold on. It's pissing me off. Especially since I watched them for 3 years. Hold on. It'll come to me as soon as I do it. Like I said, it sucks getting old. Abdul Carter. Boom. All right. So now, basically, Penn State doesn't have Abdul Carter. But I think as a team, they have a better defense. And they got a good safeties. But I'm going to be honest with you. Their coach, Rich Franklin, I joke around. For the last few years, I've been saying Penn State is the Dallas Cowboys of college football because they can never, ever beat a good team. They did go out in the transfer portal, and they did get a few wide receivers who I've dropped already. One kid from USC is really, really good. But do they have the quarterback to get him the ball? Ohio State is going to be up there. Teams like that reload. Clemson. I like Clemson. I like Miami Hurricanes, bro. They got Carson Beck in from Georgia at quarterback. You're legit going to see 4 offensive linemen from the University of Miami drafted. And their right tackle is probably going to be the first right tackle off the board. He possibly could be the first tackle off the board, period. Francis Lugano. Bro, the kid's like 6'6", 360, and he has the highest muscle percent. He has the least fat and the highest muscle on the entire team. And he started since he was a true freshman. Then they got Inez Cooper, guard. Bro, that kid's huge. Brockenmeyer, center. Then they got Becht, I believe, 6'9", 370-pound left tackle. Miami's going to be good. Miami's going to be good. Clemson's going to be good. Penn State's going to be good. Clemson's going to be good. You can never count out Georgia, Alabama. Michigan, they got a true freshman, a quarterback, so there's going to be growing pains there. But I'm going to be honest with you. Notre Dame's going to be up there this year. This year, to pick a national champion this year, it's like basically throwing a dart, man. It could be anyone. It's going to come down to mostly who can stay healthy. Okay, now the playoffs start. And now the problems that come with that is, and we've seen it last year, how many kids, oh, I got an injury. I can't play. Now, that was okay when you did that in the bowl games. That was okay when you did that before NIL. But now that you're NIL and you're making money, nah, I'm sorry, bro. You got to play. And now you're in the playoffs? Yo, now they're putting in language in the contracts. Because basically college football is like basically becoming like the NFL. They're putting in the contracts where it has to be incentive-based. I'm going to give you $4 or $5 million, $10 million, $12 million, and you're going to, because we hit the playoffs, and now you think you're going to sit your ass back and get ready for the draft? Nah, my friend. You cannot have it both ways, bro. I'm sorry. I'm all for these kids getting paid, but now if you're getting paid, you got to play. And now you're going to sit out playoffs? That's why from now on, you're only going to see certain teams, bro, because you're going to see other teams, they'll make it to the playoffs, and they say, yo, screw that. Because with the NIL deals, they don't make any extra money if they go to the playoffs and win the national championship. Just like in the NFL, if a team wins the Super Bowl, the players get paid peanuts. It's like 30 grand. That's why they don't care. Because thank you, OG, for jumping in the chat, bro. How much they getting paid, bro? You got kids. Let's see. I forgot. One college just signed an offensive tackle like yesterday. A 3-year deal for $3 million. And it's open, and it's an open contract where it can either go higher or lower. Michigan's quarterback, bro, he got $10 million, and he's a rookie. He's a freshman. He's never even thrown a pass in a game. He got 10 mil. Demetrius Underwood. I wonder if, there used to be a defensive lineman in the NFL a long time ago. Crazy ass athletic. Last name was Underwood. I wonder if he's related, bro. Yeah, man, you got these kids. Listen, I don't care. Listen, the NCAA, not even. I think the Big Ten last year made over $1 billion. That's one division. So I'm all for paying these kids, but there has to be like a contract. So what? Now you win you win your division. Now you're going to the playoffs, and now you're like, oh, my shoulder. Everyone forget Abdul Carter's phantom shoulder injury last year? Come on, bro. Come on, man. If you were paid nothing, I get it. But now that you're getting paid, you should be out there. And that's going to reflect on your character. I'm sorry. Cowboys, what's up, bro? We're just talking a little bit football. I was doing dropped a prospect, Romello Heights, edge / linebacker, Texas Tech. Let me put some videos on him. But, same thing. Texas Tech, they went out and they spent $41 million for this team. Let's see if it buys them a championship. Thank you, everyone, for jumping in the chat. Give me a minute to drop a video. Over and out.